Hi, my name is Alyssa Marie, and my new single, You're Gonna Miss Me, just came out on July 21st, and you're listening to Hank Jr. on Hank's Corner.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Hank's Corner, where we spotlight incredible music artists, hear their stories, and share the music that inspires. Of course, you know, I'm Hank Jr., part of Hank Jr. Productions, where I document life's moments through photography, videography, podcasting, and even in print. And, I am so happy to have this guest back on the podcast. It's been a while since we've had her. Now, we've had her for other, world premieres and stuff like that. But the actual podcast, we have to go back to, I think it's like episode 8, way back when. But please welcome back to the podcast, Alyssa Marie. Alyssa, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? Thank you so much for having me back.
Oh, I'm so glad. And like I said, the actual podcast that we did, believe it or not, was over 4 years ago. You had just turned 17. You had released, I think it was Real Good Night. And then you came out with one other one. I'm trying to think of that time period which you came out.
Yeah. Put It Down.
Put It Down. That's right. Yeah. Yes. And, we talked about all that. And, a lot has changed since then. You've grown, and we're going to catch up on that. I've grown kind of as a podcaster. At least I like to think so. Maybe I do a little bit better. Some people may not agree, but, you definitely have, done a whole lot since that time. And we'll definitely catch up on that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now, but before we get too far, this is kind of, I don't want to say a new season of Hank's Corner because I don't really have seasons per se, but we are changing things up. And I don't know if you caught the intro, but I mentioned something about in print. Now, that's the first time that I have said that. That's because Hank's Corner is now coming out with a physical copy of a magazine. And I want to show you something here. I'm going to put it up on the thing here. I don't know if you can see that. That is going to be the cover of my first issue. You and I, and you're going to be the artist spotlight for the first issue.
Oh my goodness. That's so awesome. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Congratulations, too. That's so cool.
Well, we're going to see how this works. This is going to be, I'm going to release it at the beginning of August in time for my birthday, hopefully. And we'll see how this goes. But, definitely looking forward to having you as the spotlight. Everybody out there's got to get a copy of this. You're going to hear some of the stuff here on the podcast that might be in the magazine, but there's going to be a lot more tidbits and interesting stuff that you're going to want to find out about Alyssa Marie, plus all of Hank Jr.'s productions and Hank's Corner, everything that you want to know. We're going to get that out in the first issue there. So we're excited about this, and I'm glad that you're going to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you. And thank you so much for choosing me to be on the front, the first one. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, hopefully it's a collector's item.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you. But that's so cool because I know, like you said, you also have grown so much. Like, you have so many artists on that I'm familiar with, and like people that like I've never even seen before, or like you introduced me to new people. So I think that's awesome that you're doing something like that.
Yeah, and thanks for following. And you are right. I don't know, and I should have wrote this down, but I'm not sure exactly what episode number this is. It's going to be there, obviously, in the title. But we have over 170 episodes here on Hank's Corner. So, you were part of that beginning, and that's why it was very fitting to, make sure that you're the beginning of the issue as well.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I'm so excited to see that. I'm going to have to get a copy.
and I got to thank you, because the reason why is that we get to do a lot of photo shoots together. And, I haven't put it up on the wall yet, but, here we go. We got some, photos that are going up on the wall. This was from our most recent one. And then, of course, we had the one before. So these are all going to get a chance to go up on the wall and be a part of the, the new quote unquote season of Hank's Corner. But that's enough about me, because really the people at home want to hear about you, and we want to do a lot of catching up because you have, done a lot. You moved from Florida, and you're over there in Nashville. You have a bunch of singles that have been released. So I don't know how much we're going to be able to catch up in our time period, but we're gonna do that.
Awesome. That sounds good.
And tell me, how are you enjoying Nashville?
I love it. Since I was like, I don't even know. The first time I came here, like in my early teens, I always wanted to live here, so it kind of just feels like a dream come true. Like almost every time I go downtown or somewhere I used to stay when I would come here, it's like, oh wow, now I'm just a regular at like the restaurant across the street or something like that. But I used to stay at that hotel like that was like right downtown, so we could go to Broadway and like visit like the Ryman and stuff like that. But now I've just been here. It's about to be 3 years.
Oh my goodness, has
So
it really
yeah,
been 3 years?
yeah. In or yeah, it's three. I was like, is it four? But it's only three. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
because
sure.
you're coming up to the fall, and last time we talked, you were, believe it or not, a sophomore, and it's just so much has
Oh wow,
changed, and
that's
and it,
crazy.
you've grown up. I mean, you're 21 now. You're able
Yeah.
to drink, and I know you don't party too hard, but you are of age to where you can
Yes.
drink,
Yes.
and that's awesome. And we're gonna talk a little bit later on. That we did the photo shoot for Good Where I'm At, because we know that you're really enjoying it there in Nashville, and I know that that has part to do with that. But before we go into that, let's talk about your latest single that was released. You're gonna miss me. Tell us a little bit about this one.
All right. So I went into a room with my one of my favorite groups of guys to write with, Ralston Wells, Michael Saletta, and David Medrez. And we've written like a lot of my songs together just because it's like a group that I don't know, it's like a really good vibe, and they always seem to like get my vision exactly right. And like I feel like everybody kind of finds their little group of people that they like consistently write with. Although like I love writing with new people too, because you always could find new groups. But I came in with this idea because I I've had a boyfriend, the same boyfriend for also like going on 4 years. So I haven't really experienced something like this in a while, but I always have my friends come and tell me their drama or their boy drama, or I've had friendship breakups where they feel terrible too. And so I kind of had this idea for the song that's like, you're gonna miss me when you leave. Um, and we sat there and, I came up with a little guitar lick and, cause that's, you know, something that I find is most easy for me. I think lyrics are the thing that comes after the music, the way I write everybody's different. So it's cool when I get to be doing that, and then we all talk to each other about the idea. So the song kind of just came about that way, and I just dug into past experiences or like stuff my friends have told me, or even feelings I've had through like friendships too, um, where it's like you could walk out the door, but like you're never gonna erase the history, so that's fine. Like so be it type of thing. So yeah, we did that. We wrote the song, and then I played it out a few times, and I decided that I really resonated with it, and I really loved it. And it was the same vibe of what I was going for. So I decided to sit down and produce it, which is luckily not that hard for me since I have my own home studio. So I kind of just can sit down whenever and finish a song, which I love to do. So that's kind of how it went about. I probably was working on it for a really long time, like probably since we took the photos for Good Where I'm At. Honestly, so I'm always on the next song. Um, but I really love that one. I think it's probably my favorite yet. Especially, sorry about that, especially production wise too. So I'm really excited to have everybody hearing it.
Yeah, we definitely are loving the song here. Let's go ahead and play You're Gonna Miss Me here on Hank's Corner.
Why you gotta make something out of nothing? Thought we had something good and now you're running. I know sometimes I make you mad. I see them truck keys in your hand. Maybe think about it before you make the front door slam. You're gonna miss me. Walk out but you can't outrun our two hearts' history. Boy, I'll be real hard to leave. Go ahead and go, take me out your phone. You could say you won't, but soon you'll see. The moment that you're gone, I know you're gonna miss me. You're gonna miss me saying your name early every morning. In my way of sneaking in a kiss without a warning. I ain't gonna chase your giving up. Go round and round with the two of us. Just so you know that if you go and get in that truck, you're gonna miss me. Walk out but you can't outrun our two hearts' history. Boy, I'll be real hard to leave. Go ahead and go, take me out your phone. You could say you won't, but soon you'll see. The moment that you're gone, I know you're gonna miss me. Ain't gonna chase your giving up. Go round and round with the two of us. You're gonna miss me. Walk out but you can't outrun our two hearts' history. Boy, I'll be real hard to leave. Go ahead and go, take me out your phone. You could say you won't, but soon you'll see. The moment that you're gone, I know you're gonna miss me.
Welcome back to Hank's Corner. I'm Hank Jr. here with my special guest, Alyssa Marie, and you just heard You're Gonna Miss Me. And, I'm glad that you haven't had that, traumatic missing experience from a breakup. I know you mentioned something about friends, but, being with somebody for 4 years, that's good. We're all happy for you. That's one of the things that I have learned, by doing this podcast and getting to meet people is that it's not just a podcast. It's kind of like I become family with the people that I talk to, and you and I know that we've spent even a Thanksgiving dinner together
Yeah.
before, and it's just great to see when people are happy and successful, and I'm glad that that's working for you. But nevertheless, you were still able to come up with a good song. You dug deep and you pulled from everybody else to do that, and the second section, this is a little different because we have had you on the podcast before, and we did get to talk a little bit about your history and that sort of stuff. So we won't go back and do that again exactly because people, and I hope so, go back and watch that original podcast. But
Yeah.
before that time, we didn't have the segment Two Truths and a Lie. So I'm not going to let you get away with this. I'm going to ask if you want to play that with me. And you know how this works. Basically, you give me three statements, two of them being true, one of them being a lie, in any order. And I need to figure out by the end of the podcast which ones are true and which one's the lie. So if
Okay.
you want to play, hit me with three statements.
Okay. I can beatbox pretty well. I have a brother and I have a cat.
Okay, so I need to figure out whether or not you can beatbox very well. You have a brother, and if you have a cat. So for those that are playing at home, Alyssa does put a lot of stuff out there on social media, so you may be able to guess this one before I do. But we'll try to figure out by the end of the show which one of those are true and which one is the lie. And like I said, a lot has changed. You were down here in Southern Florida, and you moved up to Nashville. I know that you're liking it up there. Has anything been different for you being up there, or is it kind of like, the past was the past? I'm grateful for it, thankful for it, but I've kind of just moved on and I'm focused and moving forward.
Um, I'm definitely grateful. I wouldn't have wanted to grow up anywhere else. Like I loved my time there, but I definitely felt like I needed to move here to like further myself like musically and like that's my career, so like it was very important. And yeah, I mean, I love it here, so I definitely won't be moving back to Florida. But I'm very grateful for it. And I think like the only thing that's changed is like now everything about every day revolves around music, like, and like everybody that I know is doing music pretty much. Like I don't have many friends here that aren't doing music, which is crazy, but like everyone you meet is a musician somehow. So it's like it's super cool. I just love that how like um it's just a place like that. And like everybody knows that too, but like you don't really get to witness it until you're actually here. Like just going to Publix the other day, the guy that makes my pub sub all the time, he knows me, and then I just found out that he is a musician too and plays like 10 instruments. So it's just like it's crazy. Like you could just know someone like in passing like that, and then they're also a musician because we're in Nashville.
Yeah,
So
it is true that if you go to Nashville, somebody that might be waiting on you or
yeah,
serving you or anything, is probably a very talented musician because it's
yeah,
just filled with it, and it's always interesting getting to know that. And we've had people obviously on the podcast that, when you're starting out, you're working, the music and you're working a job, and you got to be able to balance both. But, going back to the Florida thing, is there something that you do miss about Florida?
yes. I really miss like just going in the water all the time. Like not just the beach, because I never was like I never like I had phases where I would go to the beach all the time, but I never was one to like go to the beach all the time. So I just miss like going in pools. Like there's pools here, but like not a lot of houses have them as much
Mhm.
as Florida. Or like you have to go to like a community pool or something like that. So I miss that so much, like just being able to go to my friend's house and then hop in the pool for a second. But yeah, just that. I also really miss Tijuana Flats. I don't know if you've ever had Tijuana Flats. I know that's so funny, and anytime I tell someone that, they're like, "Why?" But I we used to go there all the time after high school, after our chorus meetings, and I just love their quesadillas. So it's so sad that they are not up here.
Yeah, definitely got some nostalgic stuff, and food does that too. It's not just about the food itself, but it's about sharing that food with the people that you did, and it does definitely bring back memories. And
Yes.
so the reason why I bring this up, because you got two songs out there, "Good Where I'm At." Like I said, we talked about doing the cover art for that together, and "Girls in this Town." And I kind of put them together in a little thing, because to me, I can see it, and it's not in a bad way. I know that, but when you go back, I know you went back to visit, Florida at one point. You realize things kind of had changed a little bit, and it wasn't quite the same, and you had moved on, and there you are in Nashville, doing what you're doing. Is that kind of, am I right? Is that kind of how these songs came to play?
Yeah, exactly. My parents were still living there, for, like, pretty much my first year living in Nashville, so when I would go back to visit them, I would just be like, "Oh, like, I just wanna go back to Nashville, like, this doesn't really feel like home anymore." Like, I don't know, it was just kinda like just growing up, like, kinda like, growing apart from someone, but, like, kinda
Hmm.
just, like, in that sense. Um, and I just felt like everybody there was, like, wanting to do something different with their life. Like, and specifically in my hometown, like, you don't see many musicians that are, like, doing that as many that you see in Nashville, of course. So I think that's, like, I mean, because there's obviously, like, tons of musicians in South Florida specifically too,
Hmm.
but, it's just more, like, widespread, so it's not like all the people you're around all the time wanna do that, so you just kinda feel, like, odd. I don't know. And then also just, like, growing apart from, the childhood friends and all those people, like, when I left, I was like, "Oh, like, I can't wait to go back," because all my friends are there, but then when I got back, I was like, "Oh, like, I feel like I'm growing apart from some people too," so it's like, this isn't I don't have to, like, live here, because
Yeah.
my parents were kinda, like, waiting to move here, because I was like, "No, don't leave yet, like, I wanna be able to come visit Florida," but then I
Yeah.
was like,
Well,
"Wait."
yeah, well, life's about changes, good or bad, but life does continue changing, and at least I've said this before many times on the podcast, that I envy people like you, and it's a good kind of envy, where you guys can write about your life changes. Like, when I have changes, good or bad, like for me, sometimes it's a little bit difficult to wrestle with whatever the change is, and sometimes the music itself, whether it's yours or somebody else's out there, I listen to it, and it kind of helps. But you guys get to actually write it down, and it's very cathartic to release that kind of stuff, and I'm sure that's kind of helped you deal with these changes, right?
Yeah, yeah, I mean, I just love music so much, so I think that that's, like, the best way to I can express myself, because 'cause I'm not good at doing it any other way. So, yeah, yeah, I think everybody finds their way to express themselves, and, like, that's mine for sure. And it's
Yeah.
cool you noticed that.
Well, I try to pick up on things every now and then, and like I said, I put those two together because of the I kind of see that as you kind of growing up and making those changes, and like I said, we're happy for you, but I also put them together because, yes, I got to do the cover art for both of them, and I'm going to plug that as much as I can here on Hank's Corner,
Yes, yes,
but let's
and
go
they're
ahead and
amazing.
play "Good Where I'm At" and "Girls in This Town" here on Hank's Corner.
Life can push you faster than a lead foot on the gas. I was chasing after what I thought other people had, but I stopped looking at my screen too much, quit dragging my feet through the mud. Everybody's trying to blow it up, so what? I'll take the long way. Don't care if it's again, and mama's getting me back up to speed. Allison is getting married to the guy from up the street. Jenny's managing the restaurant. Megan bought the salon. And mama says your hometown is where you were meant to be. But I need to be out on a two-lane, right in the wind, up on a main stage, spreading my wings, making my own way, can't settle down. I wasn't born to be like most girls in this town. Most girls in this town. Yeah, I used to think that there was something really wrong with me. Didn't wanna end up with the quarterback or be the prom queen. Didn't wanna be stuck paying bills for a big house on a hill. Never good at being someone that I wasn't meant to be. But I need to be out on a two-lane, right in the wind, up on a main stage, spreading my wings, making my own way, can't settle down. I wasn't born to be like most girls in this town. Most girls in this town, they've stuck around. I ain't putting them down, but I need to be out on a two-lane, right in the wind, up on a main stage, spreading my wings, making my own way, can't settle down. I wasn't born to be like most girls in this town. Most girls in this town.
And you just heard a double play by Alyssa Marie here on Hank's Corner. Of course, I'm Hank Jr. and having a good time with my guest back on after a few years of an official podcast. If you go back, you'll see that we've done world premieres together, but as an official podcast, glad to have her back on. And, a lot has changed. It's just really amazing. I enjoy. I guess it's a little bit different with you, Alyssa, and don't take this the wrong way, but when we talked, you were very young. I mean, you were, like I said, you had just turned 17, and I've gotten to see you, grow up and go through life, and obviously you have a lot more, but the big changes are around those high school and, once you get out into college years, and it's just kind of like, I feel like a proud parent. I know your parents very well, and it's just very great to see that, and but those songs are awesome, and now you're getting to the point, because when I first knew you, you had a few songs out, and I loved them, but now it's like there's so many out, and I can't even decide which one to play because there are so many. But as you start getting all those songs, tell me about the branding aspect of it, because does that change for you? Do you start saying, hey, some of that earlier stuff, I liked it. It was me at the time, but it's not really me now. Are you pulling anything off Spotify, or are you leaving it there or changing your brand? How's it going for you now?
I definitely did rip some stuff off of my Spotify, like a few months ago, just because I was like, yeah, this doesn't really like fit me anymore. Like, but I did keep a lot of stuff that I found was like really um I don't want to say like monumental, but like I don't know, like stuff that like changed me, my I think the first one that's still on there is like "You Can't Do That," which was like one of my favorite songs to still play to this day. But it's funny because it's from like 7 or 8 years ago. So that's crazy. But yeah, I mean, as I get older, I do feel like I do disconnect a little bit with some of the songs, but like it'll still always be me. And like I love them. I just don't relate to them anymore.
Yeah, branding is a tricky thing, and I I have trouble working that myself too, because social media for an adult is not as easy as if for somebody that's your age right now, that's all into it, and for us it's a little bit difficult. But then on top of it, to figure out the branding and all that stuff, it really has changed. And like I said, you've changed, and one of the things that you mentioned is you're producing your own songs now. How does that feel to be able to, even if you're co-writing or working with other people, but to start from the beginning with it, to have a vision and to control your vision and to finish it up the way you want it?
Um, I love it. Like I honestly like I can't believe I ever did it any other way because like I love being in control, which is like crazy to say, but like especially when it's something like that, like my baby, like I love having it from start to finish and like getting to sit on it. If I like had to take it to somebody else, like you don't usually get to sit on it for like as long as I do. Because I really want to put out anything that's like super genuine to me and like um different and just like, something that nobody's heard before. So I'm always trying to make it like my own and stuff like that. So I think like doing that myself, I'm able to do all that. And yeah, I love it. I love doing it.
Yeah, there's a girl, I'm sure you know who she is in Florida, Francesca T, who kind of reminds me very similar of you. I mean, you girls are very talented, and you're
Aw,
taking your stuff from the very beginning and working it all the way through the end. And I think that's just so awesome because when you hit it big, because I know I have faith that you're gonna hit it big. You're gonna have to fight that. You're gonna have to fight those labels that say, we want to change this, we want to make it like that. You can't quite do that. So continue what you're doing. I enjoy that. You guys are so talented. Stick with
thank
it,
you.
and keep putting out the hits.
Thank you. She's awesome too. I love her.
Yeah, definitely. And we got to get back because we're getting a little short on time, so we got to get back to the segment, two truths and a lie, before we hit the lightning round. And I need to figure out. You told me that you beatbox well. Now, one of these things that I have learned by playing this game is that things are tricky just by saying certain things. So, like, maybe you beatbox well, maybe you're okay. I don't know. So now it becomes a little tricky on whether that's the case. You said that you have a brother, and you said that you have a cat. Now, I'm going to start with the cat because I'm cheating here because I know you a little bit, but I also anybody else can get this off of social media right
Yeah.
now. You have a cat and you have a dog. That's what I'm going to say. Don't say anything yet, because I've kind of seen that, or at least we're going to say that I have. So the other two are a little tricky. Now, I'm not sure out of all the shows that I've been to, I'm not sure that I've heard you beatbox. Maybe you have, and I can't remember. And I don't recall a brother. So this is tough, but I'm just going to, flip a coin, and I'm going to say that because you're so talented, that you probably do beatbox very well as well, and you don't have a brother. Am I right on that?
Yes, you are right. Yes, you are
Okay.
right.
Process of elimination. We We got
Yes,
that.
yes.
Yeah. So, what are some of the things that you beatbox? Is it just certain songs, or you just randomly go up and freestyle it?
I kinda just freestyle it, like, I cannot do it on the spot right now,
I'm not going to ask you
unfortunately.
to. Don't worry.
That's usually the first thing people say, but it is one of my party tricks, I do have to say, and
Oh.
in high school, I was known for doing that too, so
Yeah, I'm trying to recall
Yes,
if you ever pulled out one of that on stage,
I
and
don't
I
know,
can't say
maybe
that you have.
I probably have, but just maybe not maybe just never when you're there or something, you know? I might have snuck it in one time, but maybe not anywhere that not any place that you've seen me, I don't know.
Well, you know what? I'm probably going to ask you the next time and make you do it on the spot. So now you get to prepare for
Okay,
that.
okay, I'll be prepared next time.
All right. And we just have a few minutes left, and we're going to do the lightning round where I ask you some questions, and we'll go through them pretty quickly. Favorite food in Nashville?
Um, 5 points pizza.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Very specific on that. And
yes.
do you got a particular slice that you like to get?
I am really basic. I just like pepperoni, but I love their pepperoni, and also they have the best garlic knots. So there's if you next time you're in Nashville, you need to go there. There's one in East and West Nashville. So yeah.
All right, plug in 5 points. So 5 points
Yes.
over there. You should plug Alyssa in return. I like how that works.
Yes, they're
And
nice.
now that you are 21, like I said, I know you're not a huge partier, but I can finally ask you this: do you have a favorite drink?
Um, yes, I really like anything fruity. Um, like margaritas or something like that, or a vodka with, like, strawberry juice and stuff. I'm so bad, like, yeah, I don't drink that much, as you can see,
Well,
but
that's the Florida girl in you, because down here in Florida it's very tropical, obviously, and so
Yes.
those drinks are very popular. Now, I did ask you this, but I'm going to re-ask you because things have changed over the years. Obviously you do a lot of music stuff, and you say all your friends are doing music, but when you're not doing anything music, if there is anything, what are you doing?
That's a good question. Um, I love going to the gym. So
I
that's
have seen
probably
that, yes.
yeah, that's probably, where I'm gonna be. Yeah. But yeah, I used to go, like, every day in high school for a really long time, and then it got super busy when I first moved here, so I finally got back on the grind this past year. So yeah, I love it.
All right. And who is in your opinion, the most famous person you've ran into in Nashville?
Kelsey Ballerini.
Oh,
At the top of
okay.
my that's yeah.
Now, did you actually get to meet her, or you just ran into her?
I got to meet her. Yeah, and, it was definitely goes down as one of the best dates of my life just because she's amazing, and, yeah, she talked to me like she was just my friend or something, which you don't expect that from also, she's, like, one of my favorite singers of all time, so it's kinda like it was crazy day for me, but,
Yeah.
yeah, I got to meet her and I got to see her, album pre-release event, and then she stayed after and, like, talked to anybody that stayed, so, she literally talked to me one-on-one for a good amount of time, so
That's
yeah, it
awesome.
was pretty awesome, yeah.
Yeah, I hear she's a down to earth person, and that's pretty
Very,
cool.
yeah.
And you mentioned earlier in the podcast that I've exposed you to different artists that have been on the podcast. Is there somebody now in your group of circle that you would say, "Hey, Hank, you need to get this person on your podcast"?
Um, yes, I could name a few people, if you wanna stick country, there's Lucy Tiger.
Yes.
She's very sweet. I don't know if you haven't had her on, right?
I have not, but actually
Okay.
we've been talking. But
Okay,
you can put
yeah.
it back in her ear, so maybe we'll get it done faster.
Yeah, she's so cool. I did one of her events.
She just came out with a song, right? I believe
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
believe
think
she
she might
did.
have,
Yeah.
yeah. Sarah Hardwig, I don't know if you've ever had her on.
I
But
have not.
she's from Florida. She's from,
Okay.
I think Pompano or something.
Oh,
But I
okay.
met her down there. We used to do a lot of gigs, but then she went to Belmont. She's super talented. Um, Her, and then if you want some pop vibes, one of my really great friends, Eliza Primack,
Mm.
she's very sweet and she's super talented too.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to ask for your help to put the word out. Maybe we'll get them on.
Yes,
I'd love that.
yes.
And the last question I always love to ask, and I've actually got to experience it several times, so I kind of know the answer. I've seen you, play in small things and bigger things, but I always like to ask, if somebody were to come to Alyssa Marie's show, what should they expect?
Um, they should expect a really fun time just because you never know what is gonna come out of my mouth because sometimes I get in trouble. I'm just kidding. But no, it's really fun and we do a lot of different types of songs. I like to throw like um classic rock, 90s grunge. We do classic country and then a lot of originals. So just about anything and a fun time. Definitely some guitar solos from me for sure. And yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to use one of your songs from the past to describe it because it's a real good night, is how I describe it.
I
Always
figured
a
you
fun.
might say that.
It's always a fun night, and of course, I love using that song when I'm promoting the two of us
Yes.
together because it's one of my favorites that
Yeah.
really works for social media. But like you described it before, you drive in a car, you throw it up real loud, and you just really enjoy that, and
Yeah.
that is what it's like to go out there and watch you. So you keep doing that.
Oh, thank
Let
you.
us know where are you going to be playing in the near future,
Um,
or where can people typically find you?
yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know where I'm gonna be next when this is out, but all I post all my venue information on my Instagram, Facebook, or on my website or any social media. It's just alyssamaricoonmusic.com. And then if you have Apple Music or Spotify, those events like pop up at the bottom too. So that's an easy way you could find where I'm gonna be too.
Yes, please be sure to support Alyssa Marie out there on all her social medias. If you're not already following her, go ahead and follow her. And do me a favor, tell her Hank Jr. Productions sent you so she knows that where you got to see her for the first time. But Alyssa, it's been so great having you back on. Of course, if you ever want to be a guest again back on Hank's Corner, you're always welcome to do so.
Oh, well, I'd love to be on again, of course. And thank you so much for having me. And I'm so excited for the magazine too. That's going to be so amazing. So, yeah, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
so go out there and definitely. I'm not sure exactly when it's going to release in time for the magazines, but go out there and either pre-order these magazines or get them. And Alyssa is going to be right there on the cover with me, and there's going to be some great information. You're going to love it.
No GPS, turn off your phone. We don't need it on this two-lane road. What would you say if I got a way to let all our worries go? Full tank of gas, four-wheel drive, we're cruising.